Okay, I know it's not, but this kind of feels like a long time coming. And I know it's not. We haven't had any information on the Spurs being interested in Harrison Barnes over the years, but this just feels like a long time coming.
I want some rest. Are we having fun yet?
All right, earphones. Time to listen up and see what our new small forward has to say about joining the San Antonio Spurs. Oh man, I already told you guys how I feel about the whole Harrison Barnes situation. I love it. I think that it's perfect because in order for you to be a successful team, for you to be able to grow, you need people on the court that can do the things that help young guys grow, right? It's really hard for Wemby to become a better player when guys can't give him the ball or they're just constantly getting beat on their end. How does he focus on what he can do when he's having to guard 50 million positions, right? So it's really nice to have someone come in that's a veteran. He's not the best defender in the world, but he's a decent defender, decent 3-and-D, and that's really going to help him just be a placeholder and for the Spurs to really understand what we need in order to build around Wembanyama. But like I've said so many times, I think it just comes down to basketball IQ. You just need people with high basketball IQ. That's all it comes down to. But guys, please go subscribe to Spurs Invasion. Link below in the description box. Like I said, I'm doing scripted and edited content. Next video up is going to be on Jeremy Sohan. So I'm working on that one currently. But if you guys are interested, please head on over and see if you like it, right? Just see if you like some of the content. Anyways, let's listen what Harrison Barnes has to say. Talk.
So I'm looking forward to it. Just the opportunity. It's funny with the new CBA, the trade kicker became more of a play than I was expecting, but I think the opportunity just to come here and to be able to, like I said, play for Pop, play with this group, I think is exciting, just because it takes a while to build things in this league, and in order to be good, you have to have formula to success. And I think that over the years, the Spurs have been one of the toughest teams that I've ever competed against. So they've been a first-class organization in every way. Absolutely, for sure. Yeah, I mean, there was definitely.
I couldn't hear that. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't hear that question. I was trying.
Options where that was a factor, whether or not it would be waived or not. But for the ability to be able to come to San Antonio, it was a pretty easy decision for me.
What about
He definitely was a part of it. He's.
Oh, okay. For him deciding to come to San Antonio, Wembanyama, was he a part of that?
A great young player in this league, definitely, on his way to being one of the best. And he was a big part of it, but I think it's the collective overall. It's the organization, it's the people that are here, the people on the team. I think just, since I landed, the warmth I felt from, every single person in this building in an authentic way, not something that's for show or something that's, people are just putting on an act, but I think just genuinely how people are treated here from the people I've talked to, former players that have been here, I think that really made a difference.
And I'm assuming this will continue, right? It's top down. I'm so worried about when Popovich leaves, but it's top down. They got the blueprint. They have the right people. It's not just Pop. It's every single person that's in the franchise is like this. So it's good. It's good that we have that culture, man, but we really need to. I'm stressed thinking about Pop leaving.
how would you express to fans what they would expect from you on the court?
Yeah, I mean, just to really do anything that's asked of me. The goal every season, is to go out there, play 82 games, give my best. The last 2 seasons I've been able to do that, so I'm excited to be able to build with this group. I know
he played 82 games both of his last seasons.
There's a lot of talent, a lot of young talent in this group, and I definitely want to try to maximize that. Man, great team dinners. But, from just different sayings that he'd have on the court. I mean, the guy is just, he's a basketball encyclopedia to, in the meetings. I mean, we're having history lessons about, everything under the sun, and somehow it gets back to basketball.
Oh, my goodness.
How it starts, you have no idea where it's going. So I think just how he is personally. I think he connects with every single player.
That takes crazy amount of dedication. 82 games. 82 games played, 82 games started, 29 minutes. 82 games played, 82 games started, 32 minutes. At the age of 32. That's immense dedication on his part. My God. Wow. Also, his 3-point percent. He is, I think one word we can use for Harrison Barnes is consistent. I think when I really wanted Harrison Barnes was around 2019-ish. But my God, he has been consistent all the way down the board, basically. Maybe apart from rebounds. Rebounds went down quite a bit, but I don't know if that has to do with his personnel at the Kings. But wow. 82 games, huh? Pop ain't having that.
He talks to every single player differently, and he knows how to connect with them. So I think that's what I mean. At the start, you have no idea where it's going. Everything under the sun, and somehow it gets back to basketball, but how it starts, you have no idea where it's going. So I think just how he is personally, I think he connects with every single player. He talks to every single player differently, and he knows how to connect with them. So I think that's, why me and him kind of hit it off. He's a straight shooter, I like that. So, we were just able to bond that way.
History of this organization. Spurs haven't been in the playoffs in 5 years now, but adding 2 players, you and Chris, with development experience in the postseason. How quickly, given the guys that are already on the team,
Why are these journalists talking about playoffs?
Yeah, it's always tough. Health is the biggest factor in that, right? You can have all the right pieces, you can be playing the right way, but unfortunately, I think, in this league, the healthiest teams win championships. So I think for us, it's a matter of doing all the right things, putting ourselves in the right position possible, and just, praying for the best health-wise that we can, put this group together.
The Spurs aren't making the playoffs, okay? Can we get over this? Can we, not talk about this? We could make the playoffs, but I don't think we will. I think we'll be a play-in team. I wish we'd, not talk about the playoffs. I'm not worried about the playoffs. Who cares about the playoffs, okay? 2025 is a crazy draft, all right? Let's try to win, but not really, but try to win, but not really. But try to win. Try your best to win, but not really.
A lot of time spent off the court working on my body. I think that's the biggest thing. This morning, CP and I, we got some work in the weight room, and just seeing the work that I do at 32 and the work that he does a little bit older, I won't say his age, but a little bit older, you see, what it takes, to continue to come out here and play every single night. And hopefully, those tips can be passed on. Those practices can be passed on to a lot of these younger guys, coming in this league, 3-4 years, of experience, how they can build and continue to hopefully play a long number of games for their long careers.
I'm still not over the fact that Harrison Barnes has been shooting nearly 40% since 2018. I'm still not over that. He's been nearly 40% since 2018. Dude's a motor, man.
Yeah, Dad was here today. I haven't talked to Vic yet, but I've played against these guys for a couple of years. I didn't say a number of years, but a couple of years. I've obviously watched all these guys, been drafted and grow. So I'm excited.
Mentorship role, forward to something that you enjoy. I know you got some young guys in the teams. Are you looking forward to being that part of the role?
Yeah, sometimes when you say mentor, it makes you sound really old. But no, I definitely look forward to just putting my arm around guys and just getting to work. I think the best way to really connect with guys is just to do your process with them. You know what I mean? It's getting in the weight room, it's getting on the court, it's the cold tubs, the bus rides, the plane rides, all those type of things. You got to get to know guys on a personal level. You know what I mean? Before you kind of get into the nitty gritty of the basketball. So that's
Pop's going to do a lot of that because they are going to be at a lot of dinners.
Part I'm most excited about. You know what I mean? Just connecting with guys. Seeing where everyone's at and just in that way.
Yes, a Sohan question. I want a Castle question, but a Sohan question, I will suffice. So them two playing together, what is that going to be like? Because I do believe Harrison Barnes will start at small forward and Jeremy Sohan at 4, which I'm content with Sohan coming off the bench as well. I really don't care. I think some people get that mixed control. I do not care. I do not care who comes off the bench, who doesn't. It doesn't really matter to me. I think we have a pretty good group at this point. Unless things start looking kind of wacky, then I might start caring. But
yeah, I see that fit being pretty easy. I mean, I think Vic gives a lot of
Vic. Wait, he says Sohan.
Versatility. as a shot blocking presence, right? Stretch the floor, can handle the ball, just knows how to play in space. Obviously, Jeremy, he was playing point guard at some points last season, right? But just knows how to play, you know what I mean, spacing wise, that shouldn't be an issue. And obviously, you got, CP, you got Trey, you got Dev, you got Keldon, you know what I mean? You got guys who, know how to play, know how to score the basketball. So from a fit standpoint, I don't think that we really should have too many hiccups. Yeah, I think just his ability to be a matchup problem. I think that was the biggest thing that stood out. We were like, who should we put on him? You know what I mean? Like, should I guard him? Should we have, Keon Ellis guard him? Should we have Domas guard? Like, just depending on what he was doing, because, he comes down one time and he's handling in a pick and roll. The next time he's catching a lob. The next time he's doing catch and shoot from three, right? Like, his ability in his game, there's no shortage of people talking about what he brings to the table, but I think it's just really unique now being teammates with him, all the possibilities that you have with that type of versatility as a 4 or 5.
This is so strange that we have people in their 30s, veterans that have been in the league forever, talking about Wemby in this way, and he's like a kid still. That's insane to me, especially Chris Paul.
That'd be a very nice thing in the years to come, for sure.
Based on playing against Chris over the years, playing against Victor, what kind of
Barnes came in the league in 2012. I was graduating I graduated high school in 13, but
Chris and Victor did make up in the pick and roll? How to play against Victor?
Chris is, after competing against him for 12 years now, he's one of the toughest players to play against, especially late game. And I think that his ability, his knowledge of the game will just make it so much easier for Vic, because he can literally, put him in positions, give him easier looks, have a consistent flow for Vic where he doesn't have to necessarily go out and hunt shots or have to isolate just to get baskets. You know what I mean? Like, you just look at Chris's career, the guys that he's just assisted and just, their scoring efforts. So I think for all the ways that Vic can score, having a guy like Chris there to help will just make his life easier. Yeah,
I heard none of that.
I think it starts with, the commitment, knowing that obviously things are going to happen overnight, but I think also it's that shared experience. I've said it before in years past, but you just can't fast track experience. There's just certain things you have to go through as a group. And I think you look at every team that's in the playoffs that's had success. Look at this franchise that's had success. There's a shared experience that happens year after year after year that allows guys to build and grow. So,
grow together, that is.
Obviously, that process was started before I got here, but I'm definitely excited to just be in that mix, just continue to help guys grow and win basketball games.
And the only way you can grow is if you have at least a few people on the team knowing what they're doing, which Harrison Barnes and Chris Paul undoubtedly know what they're doing.
Yeah, it would be a shame if we didn't. It would definitely be.
I missed it. I'm gonna listen again.
Before I got here, but I'm definitely excited to just be in that mix, just continue to help guys grow and win basketball games.
I still didn't.
Yeah, it would be a shame if we didn't. It would definitely be a shame.
Lastly, you're not the only Harrison from North Carolina in this franchise. Any relationship with Harrison Ingram at all? What have you seen from his game?
Talking about North Carolina and having a relationship with Harrison Ingram. By the way, I'm a Tar Heels fan.
Unbelievable human being. I'm a huge fan of him. It's funny, we got a chance to meet last summer, and he's hilarious, as you guys either know or will know. So I'm excited just for him to be here. He's going to work extremely hard. Like I said, just a great human being, and I think that Spurs fans will love him.
We will. He yells a lot too. So if you're a fan of Keldon Johnson and his yelling, Harrison Ingram yells a lot. All right. Well, that was good. That was cool. All right. What did we learn today? Not much. But what we do know is Harrison Barnes is definitely a fit. I've wanted him for a long time for the Spurs, but now it's just the perfect timing, right? I didn't want a lot of veterans on the team 2-3 years ago, right? I was like, what's the point? We need to blow this thing up. We need to lose. But now that we have Wemby, we can start making those transitions, right? This is just a placeholder for 2025. That's when things really actually go down. And I'm not sitting here. I know earlier I was like, basically it sounded like I was saying tank. I don't think the Spurs should tank, but it's once again, it's one of those moves that makes you better, but not quite sure if you're going to be good enough. And by the time we get up to trade deadline, the vets might be gone, right? So you're going to automatically be a little bit worse. So just keep that in mind. So I don't necessarily think that it's a tank coming, but I do think that overall, you know, it's inevitable. And, you know, you got it. The 2025 is really great, and that's going to be our year. And then the free agency even gets better after that. So good stuff nonetheless. All right, well, guys, let's go and get out of here. Thank you so much for all the love that you've shown this channel and the Spurs Invasion channel. And if you haven't subscribed to it, link below in the description box. I'll give it to you later. Till next time, bye.